So about this time of year last year, we went to Spain for a month and we took the dog with us. I like to take my best buddy with me. Here he is. Uneventful journey down, took us 3 days. We don't rush, just take your time. Stayed in a few places, stayed near Poitiers, stayed near, well, in Pamplona. But towards the end of that holiday, I partially lost my sight in the right eye. I'll tell you about it. So it was the day before we were due to travel back, or start travelling back. It takes 4 days or so, and we were coming back on the ferry. So the day before, I'd taken the dog out for a walk that morning, and my eye was a little bit blurry, sort of as if you'd put your head in. This is the best way I can describe it, really. Whereas if you put your head in some dirty dishwater and opened your eyes, or opened one eye, because the other one was perfectly all right. So I told the wife, I said, I think I might have conjunctivitis, something I've had in the past. But I suppose the story should have started. I should have started the story over 20 years ago when we both me and my wife went and had LASIK surgery on our eyes. We were both quite short-sighted. We'd both been wearing contact lenses, and we're getting a bit not bored with them, but back in the day there was a lot of maintenance to do with contact. The first contact lenses we ever got, both of us, you had to boil them. Yeah, they were a monthly wear contact lens, and you had to boil them. End of the day, stick them in this little container and boil them. Back in the day, yeah, soft contact lenses. And we had, we went and we had LASIK, which basically, in a nutshell, you can Google it, or you do it on YouTube. You can see what LASIK is. They cut like the top skin off your cornea, fold it back, and then they laser the cornea underneath, put the skin back on, and hey presto. I mean, yeah, it was hey presto. From 10 minutes after they'd done it, I could see things that I hadn't been able to see before. The clock on the wall, which was about 10 metres away, I could see it and tell the time immediately. So brilliant. My wife had it as well. Hers was brilliant. So that's 20 years ago, and the reason why I mentioned that will become clearer later on in the story. So, and it has been a journey of the last 12 months or so. It's been a journey. For anybody that has what I've had, will know about the journey. So back to the day before we set off to drive back. My eye was, as I said, it was as if I'd put my head under dishwater, dirty dishwater. Not stinging, but the vision part of it. Like dirty dishwater is sort of a grey colour, but opaque. It was like that, and I thought I was getting conjunctivitis. So we drove from where we were at Benidorm, good old Benidorm, and drove to Pamplona. We arrived at Pamplona about tea time, and we found a chemist. I told the chemist what the problem was, and she said, yeah, it's probably conjunctivitis. Here, there's some drops. So put the drops in, we had something to eat in the evening and went to bed. When I got up the next morning, it was slightly worse. And throughout that day, from looking from my side, out obviously through my eyes, it looked like I'd got a black blob of oil right in the corner of my eye near my nose. Only a little thing, little black thing. So I said to the wife, just have a look at this. I think there's something in my eye. Me thinking, oh, that's probably what's caused me blurry vision. If I can get it out, I'll be fine. I must have got it in my eye when I walked the dog or something. Anyway, when she looked, she says, no, there's nothing in your eye. Can't see anything at all. So we packed up, had something to eat, set off towards the ferry terminal. It started to get slightly worse. It seemed as if the blob of black oil that I thought I'd got in my eye was getting bigger from the corner where my nose is across my eye. When we got to the ferry terminal, I got on good old Mr. Google, and Google was saying that I probably had a tear or a detachment of my retina. So it's lovely, we're under the motorway. Old Gary's gone off ahead. Somebody coming towards us with a dog, so I'll just pause. And later on, Mr. Google was proven to be correct. Anyway, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. We got on the ferry and thought, I made the call really. Should I go to the hospital in Spain, miss the ferry? And it might not be what I thought it was. Or should I get on the ferry and try to get back to Blighty? We made the call to do that, so we got on the ferry, and it wasn't a bad crossing really. But the problem with the crossing is it's a 2-day crossing, so gradually over the 2 days the black oil blob got slightly bigger and then a bit bigger and slightly bigger and a bit bigger. But the weird thing was that it was like somebody had put a piece of card, or I've heard it said since then that it's like pulling a curtain across your eye, and it is, because the bit you can see out of, so if you can imagine half your vision in one eye has been blacked out, the bit that you can see out of is perfect. The vision's good, how it was before, it's not affected. So we got off the ferry and started the journey back from Southampton back up to Yorkshire, and it was dark and it was not the best journey I've ever had, to be honest. Everything went fine, there was no major problem, but the anxiety, and I'm thinking at any moment this could be like somebody just shutting a door and the vision could go completely. So we managed to make it back home, and we've been in communication with our two boys, both men, and one of them, my eldest, he was waiting for us at our place when we got back, and he said, right, come on, let's have you off to the hospital. So we went to hospital.